Worst day of December yet. Really sunset already. First job of the day while it's cold. Someone's moved out of this office and someone else wants to move in. But there's just a snake's nest of data points and cables all around everywhere. So we're taking them off and trying to get this conduit off the skirting board. But it's leaving the glue behind, which is really annoying, and it's sharp. I've cut myself and so is Ian. Hey, Rob's gonna go and get the heat gun, see if that works. I don't know whether we might have to get the steamer behind it or something. Yeah, we'll get it empty though. This is stuck that bad. So they've taken the wood off. Bad news, the cylinder head isn't arriving today or tomorrow. Well, it might be tomorrow, but it might not be till Monday. So we decided that we were going to put this back together today and tomorrow. And now we can't. We're just going to tow it out and put it in a different shed. So we've got in here now for putting tractors in, for putting lights on. So yeah, we'll just tow it round the other shed. Oh, I should have recorded this, but I've just got in a cat digger to start it up. Literally half a turn of the engine and it fires up. It's an amazing starter in the cold. I don't know what they make the interiors out of, but it always smells like the dentist as well in here for some reason. Right, we've made some room for it to go in the other shed. Put the bonnet down. The steering's going to be a bit rubbish because obviously we can't start the engine. But hopefully it still should steer through the valve block. And we'll tow it and get it back in this, what we call store 4. It's a bit of a lump in it. We're going to try and make it so we can get a couple of tractors in the workshop at once, get the heater on, and then we can sticker them up. Well, put the sticky blobs on to put the lights on. Come Morgan, the mullet wrestling with the steering. It's like a mullet with arms. Pretty icy, so we could probably just drag it round a little bit, to be honest. The advantages of cold weather.
Where you going, store 4? There's your thumbnail. I don't know what these crazy cats are doing now. The store 4's over here. Say it again.
Morgan doesn't have to steer now.
Do you want the valve remover?
Quite a bit of room. Road 74 out there. It's actually been relatively easy, just like wheeling a trolley really, which sometimes is challenging. going down. We come to move the 936 to see if we could try drilling. And there's an air leak under the cab, which is highly annoying. So we're going to have to take the back wheels off. So we're going to put axle stands on the linkage, then use the double acting linkage to lift it up. So annoying. Just jack it up with the link arms now. Bloody rodent damage. What?
There's some proper cuts.
Oh, can you get them off? Look at that. No wonder the air won't stay on. Did you bring enough fittings just in case you drop one? Let's have a look now.
The polythera of sizes.
That looks like it should work. You can start it up before we put the wheel back on?
No. Yeah, definitely. Just have a look in it.
That is nuts, isn't it? We definitely need to spray that stuff in there that's supposed to stop
That's
rodents.
a rat's chewing in it, and that's Morgan chewing in it.
The pipe cutters.
They're both the same.
So one axle stand isn't enough. Use 3. We only want to see if we can go drilling. Let it off now, see if it hisses. Can't hear anything, that's a good sign.
It's a job well done if you ask me.
Alright, that'll do. Quick, put the wheel back on, let's go. Worst day of December yet. So powerful, them guns. Anyway, hopefully now we just lift up, take the axle stands back out, and we're away. So just put the rest of the wheel ups on. Rob's doing an impression of Andrew when he goes fishing. Quickly been moving the buggy out because there's a bag of wheat seed, like a small sample bag, split in the back of the seat. We didn't want mice in it, so just moving it out now. Now, how deep's this ice? Oh, it's cracked. Not a lot though. Let's see what this feels like, whether we can get on it and do some drilling. Pretty frozen, so it kind of will behave like dry soil. Now, do we just go straight into it with the Claydon, or do we sumo it, let it freeze overnight and then go in with the Claydon? Can't actually decide. I suppose we'll pull the Claydon through it and see what it's doing, and then we'll know whether to put any seed in it yet or not. Morg's just putting it, well, it looks like he's chopping it up, but it's because the blunt is crimping on. Some new couplings to put a new Anderson coupler on the drill because that had fell out basically.
Should really solder these on.
Yeah. Rob says, here's today's quiz question. Do you know what that is and what it's off? It's dead easy actually what it's off, but let us know in the comments. This is the motor that failed yesterday. Can you see how the shaft obviously got hot and the propellers just fell off it? It's like melted. Right, this field now was quite wet when I harvested the sunflowers. So we're going to see what it's like with the Claydon. Can we pull it? Because the ground's obviously, it's a bit icy, but it's not greasy. But yeah, you see how deep the frost's gone in? About 1.5 inches. It's doing it though, isn't it? Apart from it keeps spinning up. When it loses traction, it just actually spins really quick. Or do we sumo it? Do we sumo it and then go in with that tomorrow? Because ice has, I think a wet road and then ice. It's not even 10% of the grip. So that's the problem here, where it's frosty in the shade of the trees. We're just gonna go and try it where it's thawed a little bit in the top and see what that's like. So imagine the top 10 mils thawed, but underneath still frozen-ish. Well, maybe not. This is where if you were ploughing, you'd kind of be working in the furrow, so you'd be underneath the frost. So do we put the Zerion on the Sumo because it's going to be only half the pull? Perhaps. That's how deep the frost is. But underneath looks quite dry, surprisingly. But this is compacted, so we've got to loosen this field. Like, I reckon the horse drill would drill through that frost, but it'd still be compacted underneath, so when it rains or comes wet, it'll be a mess. Yeah, you can just see here, you see, because it's so wet and then it's frozen, it's just a block of ice at the top. But we need to bust, see where these wheelings are. We need to bust this, because even if we put the seed in, it might not germinate for a while because it's so cold. But if it rained, it'd hold water, so we need to pull all that compaction out and do it. But with the clading being 6 metre and traction being fairly limited, at least we're not sinking in, which we'd have done if it was wet. But we can't pull it just because we're slapping on the ice. I'm going to try with the Zerion on the Sumo at 3 metres. Hopefully that'll take a little bit less pulling. We'll Sumo it all, and then we'll get a frost tonight. But it'll be a bit softer for us. We'd have got rid of the compaction, so it should break up a little bit easier. Probably won't freeze as hard as well if it's obviously been turned and you've got some warm soil coming up. And tomorrow then we'll go over with the clay and we'll drill the few weeds. We're going to try a few other fields as well. Everyone's going to say you should have a plough, but we'll be doing 5 or 6 footers at a time, or 10 with that. There's no way we pull that big plough today because it works on the land. It doesn't work in the furrow. One that works in the furrow where you're driving in the bottom where you've turned the frost in, you'd probably be able to go, but the work rate's quite slow. Big burst is out. It's even had new batteries on it today. I'm going to put it on the Sumo now and see how we get on. That breaks the ice, doesn't it? Really sunset already. Could have done without messing around with that 936. Oh well, it's through the ice. Relieving some of the compaction. Actually doing a nice job, to be honest. I've been on the phone and he's nearly finished this field. To be fair, I could listen to that roaring all day. Maize is still steaming away. It's been a week now of drying. I think it's getting there anyway. You can see the moisture dripping off the roof, running on the purlins and down. Gonna park this in the shed so it doesn't get frozen and cold and damp, and then if we get a chance tomorrow, get some lights on it. I opened this door before so I could back this tractor in. Been round the back chatting. Come to put them in. There's 2 cars in the way. Ian had decided to put Morgan's car and his car in here to defrost them. Let's have a look at Morgan's car. What's growing? Not as bad as mine. Dead short birthday bumper today, but we're at £53,167. Michelle Walsh, big 4-0. James Watkins is 2. Jensen Colin Brown is 9. Tom and Emily Lamb getting married tomorrow, so big shout out to them. And Sharon Whitby is the big 5-0. So yeah, £53,167 raised for the air ambulance. Amazing. This is in here now. We're going to leave the heater on over. Well, not. We'll just turn the thermostat on so it doesn't get too cold. Don't want it getting all icy and damp. So if we turn the thermostat on for these heaters up here that are heated off the biomass, keep it about 10 degrees in here, should be fine. And then tomorrow, then the little sticky bobs will stick on it without falling off, which is the trouble me and John had last night sticking up the combine. We had the heat gun with us and the heat gun went flat, and we had to warm everything up before we could put the stickers on. So yeah, anyway, that is all for today. I've spent all day thinking it's Thursday, so I was talking about doing stuff tomorrow and everyone was looking at me strange, but yeah, there we go. But we will probably do something tomorrow if the weather's better, if the weather's still cold and dry. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, click like, that'd be amazing. Don't forget, if you want to come to the tracks run, send an email to festivefarmers@agricontract.com. I'll see you tomorrow.